Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024. So glad you could join me here this morning here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to help you become a successful currency trader using our simple but highly accurate proprietary indicators. And this morning's session, I'm going to show you one of our dozen different trade signals and see if we can find a good trade setup so that you can see for yourself how easy it is and how accurate they are. So with that, we first need to listen to this guy. So let's get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
Now we train and with a number of different methods. We've got video recordings that show the various techniques. We've got group webinar sessions where we do instruction. We do live trades like this one. I do 3 a week. Tuesday and Thursday morning at 6:30, Monday afternoon at 3:30. We didn't do one yesterday because it was a bank holiday in most of Europe. And when there are bank holidays, the volume's low, and trading volume's low. The indicators tend not to be quite as accurate. Also, every day I send out an overnight trade setup. Using a different strategy than the one that we're using this morning, but I include a little video clip so that you can see how I figured out one of our easier trades and highly accurate. And every Wednesday evening, my colleague Sean does a live trade at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and he's using a different strategy than the one I use. When you become a regular member, we've got live trades every morning at 10 a.m., most evenings at 10 p.m., some evenings at 6 p.m. We also, the key to getting good at this is the constant practice and coaching. And we do that every week, every Wednesday evening. We've got an advanced member session every Saturday morning, back to the basics, where we're continuing to review and drill into you. Anybody who's good at anything, practice. And we continue to work with you to keep honing the skill and improving it. I like to work off of a checklist. It helps keep me focused. Checklists have been found to help people perform better. Every morning, good habit to restart your green chart. For me on my computer, I've found it clears out the memory and it seems to run a little bit better. Also, it picks up any updates that they've done. A good habit at the end of every day is to take a look at the things that didn't quite go as well as you expected, and see if you can figure out why. And that time is very useful, because frequently you will find something that you did wrong, and then you can add the correction to your trading toolbox so that you don't repeat the mistake. I've been trading over 4 years, and every once in a while I'll take a shortcut or do something I'm not supposed to, and when it comes back to bite me, I'm reminded again, there's a reason why I don't do that. This is the reason. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action. However, news does impact currency prices, so we want to take a look at what the news is so that we can trade around it. Best place to figure out that news is forexfactory.com, or it's a place I like to do it. And forexfactory.com breaks news down into kind of 3 components: yellow, which is low impact. I tend to ignore those. Orange, which is medium impact. I ignore those, but some people do pay attention to them. And red, which is high impact. And this morning, we've got some information on job openings on the USD. My rule of thumb is usually I want to stay out of a trade 2 hours beforehand. So I wouldn't want to be trading this by, say, 8 a.m. So any trade we take this morning, if it's on the USD, we're going to consider trying to be out of it by 8 a.m. So, whoops, let's, where's our little checklist here? As I mentioned, we've got a dozen different signals. The signal I primarily trade with is something called the 10-point trade signal. I like to trade it off of a 1-hour chart. I want to be 30 minutes into the chart to take the trade, to give the lines a chance to form. And then on a 1-hour chart, a trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spot is 11 pips. Generally, if I can't get 11 pips, I'm not going to take the trade. And I'm looking to get in and out within 1 to 3 hours. And on this signal, what we're looking for is to have lines from all 3 sections of the chart go in the same direction. And when we have that, we've got a high probability trade that's going to move in the direction that we want. So with that, let's jump right in and see what we've got this morning. Now, the chart I'm going to trade off is the light light 6 major. It is a composite chart. It's showing me 6 different currency pairs. In this case, they're all US based. I start with the middle section of the chart, which is what we call the majors and minors. This red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. So I am looking for situations where we are oversold. The lines are below the horizontal red line and going up. And then I want to kind of ride it through the channel, and you can see we've got a nice green, a bunch of green candles here. So had I caught this, this trade is worth 21 pips. I could have easily carved out 11 here. So that's what I'm looking for. The horizontal blue line is the overbought line. So when the market's overbought, I am looking for the lines to be going down. And right now they're not. There are 3 things I'm looking for. 1, that we're overbought, which we are. 2, the lines going down, which they are. And the green line's going down, the red line's going down, the black and gray are clearly going down. But the 3rd thing I want is we call kind of a double cross, where the black line is crossed over the gray when it's going down, and the red line is crossed over the crossed over the green. Red line hasn't quite crossed over yet, so we're going to pass. If I don't have what I want here, I don't need to look at the TNTs or the pressure. Euro USD, this is my favorite pair. We are overbought and going up, so nothing there. Pound USD, overbought, everybody's coming down, and I have the double cross. So those are the 3 points I'm looking for. A couple pluses, good steepness on the green line. I'm looking for better than 45 degrees. We have that. I like that the green line is touching the blue line, entering the channel versus having a big gap. So 3 points here with a couple pluses. So I'm going to jump up to the TNTs, and we've got the two orange lines and the two blue lines. I'm going to count how many lines are supporting what I see here, which is a sell signal. So thick orange is telling me sell. Thin orange is telling me buy. And then the blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes up, that means sell. So dotted blue is going up, telling me sell. Thick blue is going up, telling me sell. So 3 of the 4 lines are saying this is a good sell trade. I want at least 3 of them, if not 4, but three of them is enough. So I've got my 3. And then on my pressure, I am looking for the lines to either be going down, which they're not, or for the green line to go be on top. Green line is on top. So I got a point here, 3 points here, 3 points here for a total of 7 points. Got points from all 3 sections. So I like this. So we've got a sell on the Great Britain pound, the USD. Now I want to confirm the signal. And by confirm the signal, sometimes when we're taking a trade, we'll focus on, optimizing the entry point. In my case, I'm interested in optimizing the direction. I want to make sure I get the direction correct. If I get the direction correct, if I lose a pip or 2 by getting it a little too late, that's okay. So to confirm the direction, I'm going to go to a chart that shows me multiple time periods for the same pair. So we're going to pound USD. And so this is showing me a 1 hour, a 2 hour, 4 hour, 8, 12, and a day chart. So here, this is what we were just looking at. Signal's still good. In fact, the orange line is wavering. The thin orange is wavering a little bit. He's now coming down. I want to see the 2 hour chart. I want the indicators to be overbought. They don't necessarily need to be going down. In this case, we touched overbought. I prefer it to be a little higher, but this is acceptable, but this isn't acceptable. Excuse me, minors are overbought, but majors are oversold and going up. So this contradicts this. This would be okay if it was overbought. I don't mind the lines going up if it's overbought, but I want both of these overbought because if this signal weakens, I'll still pick the trade up off of the 2 hour or the 4 hour because when it's overbought, it's going to turn. So we do not have the confirmation I want. So we're going to go back and keep looking. Dollar, Canadian dollar, oversold. Everybody's going up. I've got the double cross, so 3 points here. But what I'm not crazy about is the slope of the green line. It's it's just a little bit under 45 degrees. I want this line to be greater than 45 degrees. Jump up to my TNTs. Thick orange is going up. 2 blues are coming down. So 3 of the 4 telling me buy. But here on my pressure, I've got down pressure with red on top. I don't have a point here. I want the green on top. Lines are converging, getting closer together, but it's not there yet. So we're going to pass. We don't have a point from this section. Dollar Swiss franc overbought. Everybody's going down. Red is on top, black's on top, but I don't like the slope of the green line. Do not like the slope of the green line. Less than 45 degrees. It's kind of almost going. It's fluctuating. We got 3 of the 4 here. We've got red on top, so we've got a point here. Let's just, for the heck of it, take a look at USD Swiss franc. Let's just take a look at. We'll look at the confirmation real quick. USD CHF. Interesting here. All right, so this is what we're looking at. The slope of the green line has got me a little bit bothered. But over here, overbought going down on the 2-hour chart. Overbought going down on the 4-hour chart. So I've got my 2 confirmations. It doesn't necessarily have to be going down. I just want it overbought. Now, the one thing that I'm a little concerned about, is that the lines, the major indicator, has been overbought here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 candles at 2 hours each. For 10 hours, we've been overbought. And you can clearly see here's a situation that even though we're overbought, it kept going up to the tune of 36 pips over 10 hours. So taking a buy when we're overbought, not part of my trade strategy. It can be part of yours, but I don't want to get stuck being overbought when the thing turns. So in here, we've been overbought for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 4 for a day almost. So I like it better when we've gone from oversold to overbought and it's turned versus when it's hanging out up here. But because this is less than 45 degrees and because these have been like overbought for an extended period of time, I'm going to pass. So let's go back and see what we've got. Dollar yen. We were oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. Problem here is the green line is more than halfway through the channel. I prefer to catch it when it's less than halfway. So can we squeeze 11 pips out of this? Yes, we can. It's just not part of my trade strategy. I'd rather take less trades and have them do what I want, so that I'm not having to work out of a hole to get back to break even, because that kind of ruins the day. So I'm gonna see if we can find something better. So I've cloned the light 6 major, and now I've got non-USD pairs. So here, euro pound oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. A great steepness on the green line. We're less than halfway. We're in the channel, so I like all of this. 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines going down. Dotted blue is almost flat, but it's going down. So 4 here. I've got sideways pressure. The green is horizontal, red's going down, but the green line's on top. So I have a point here. So euro, Great Britain pound, and it's telling me buy. So now we're going to confirm it. So confirm it. We're going to go to euro pound. We touched, and it's going up, and we touched, and the green line's going up. That's acceptable for me. That's acceptable for me. So now that we have this, the question is, what might this trade be worth? Like on some of our trades, we have a predetermined number of pips. On this trade, you gotta figure out what you think it's worth. So to figure out what you think it's worth, I'm going to go to a clean chart. And euro pound. I'm going to crunch it up. I want to know what the trend is and where the support and resistance are, because the support and resistance are going to be the basis for determining how many pips I'm going to take. So I'm going to crunch it up because that allows me to get a better support and resistance. In terms of trend here, this is a downtrend. This is kind of an uptrend. This is kind of a sideways trend here. So we don't clearly have a trend. I guess if I were to call it anything, we're in a down move right now. So I'm going to drop in a line, and I'm looking for spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. So stops in here, stops here, stops in here, stops in here, stops here, stops here, in here, in here, in here. And these lines become the limits of what I'm going to trade within. And they tend to be, on a 1 hour chart, they tend to be about 30, 40 pips apart. So it seems to stop in here, 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 over here, over here. Now I'm going to open this up so we can see it a little better. Now that we've got we're going from 0.8546 to 0.8552. That isn't really quite enough. 8552, that's only 6 pips. Let's open this up a little bit more. 85. So downtrend, kind of an uptrend, a little bit of a downtrend. So not a clear trend. I want to know how many pips we have from where we're at to the line. And that's only 2 pips. 4 pips. Yeah, this is a little... I'm not interested in taking a trade for 2 pips is the problem. There's not enough here to make it interesting for me. I want to get at least 11 pips. And it looks to me like there's resistance here because it's bouncing here, it bounced here, bounce, 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 bounce. If we have to trade through one of these bounces, it's going to take longer for the trade to execute, And that goes against my, I want to be in and out within 3 hours. So I'm going to pass on this. So let's keep going and see what else we have. So Australian dollar, yen. This is a good setup. We don't have the TNTs, but I wouldn't trade this because it's evening in both of these markets. I want at least one of these to be active at the time we're trading. Euro, Canadian dollar, overbought going up. Australian dollar, New Zealand. This is nice, but again, it's beyond halfway. Pound yen, overbought. Everybody's going down. We don't have the double cross. The red, actually, the red is horizontal. It's not going down. So we're going to pass. Euro, Australian dollar. Oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. It's right at the halfway mark. So we'll consider that. 2 orange lines going up. 2 blue lines going down, all telling me buy. We've got down pressure. Almost sideways. The green is almost horizontal, but the green has crossed over. So Euro, Australian dollar. Let's take a look at that. Euro, Australian dollar. All right, so this is what we were just looking at. 2-hour chart, oversold going up. 4-hour chart, oversold going up. They don't necessarily have to be going up. This by itself is a good signal to trade off of the 2-hour. So I like this. So we've got the confirmation. Let's see if we can figure out what it's worth. So Euro, Australian dollar. So we're going to crunch it up. We're kind of trading into a downtrend. So if I'm taking a buy in the downtrend, I'm going to take a little less in terms of pips. So stops in here, stops over here, stops over here. Let's see. Kind of stops in here, stops in here, stops in here, stops over here. So let's open this up so we can see it a little bit better. 0.6492 to 0.6532. So that's a good, that's about right. So let's see how many pips we have here. We've got 13 pips up. And 23 pips down, or what was that? Was it 23? 25 pips down. Let's take one more look at the signal. All right, we're going to take an 11 pip buy, on the Euro USD. You can take it on your simulator. I'm going to go a little bit less than the line because we're trading against the trend. So first, I'm going to take it in our MetaTrader 4. So this is a demo account. So new chart. It's going to probably be down on this third group, Euro, AUD, which is right here. I'm going to make it a 1-hour chart, so I'm looking at the same thing. I'm I'm going to go to new order. My lot size is a function of how much I have in my account. This is a demo account. I'm going to move the decimal place over 4 spots. So that brings me up to 1.08. I'm going to round up. I'm going to take double that. I can take anywhere from half to double it. So I'm going to go to 2.16. Market buy. And I'm going to now right click, go to modify. I'm going to take 11 pips, and I'm going to go a little over 3 to 1. I'm going to keep the 35 pips here. If I click the little red button, it does the math for me. And then I click modify, and it drops the lines in. And on this, I'm going to just pull this down on my stop loss. I want to be outside of this candle wick. I want to avoid getting stopped out if I can. So I'm going just outside that wick, and there's less of a chance of me getting stopped out if I'm outside of where it's recently traded. So we took a buy on the Euro Australian dollar, a buy on the Euro Australian dollar with a take profit of 11 pip, 11 pip trade with a take profit of 1.65325, 1.65325, and a stop loss of 1.64848. 1.64848. I expect this trade to close within the next 3 hours. Thank you for joining me this morning. If you want to learn to trade, there's so much information out there. It's really hard to kind of figure out what's good and what's not. And my experience has been the best way to learn anything is to find somebody who's good at it. We're good at it. And get them to teach you, and we're willing to teach you. And we're so confident in our abilities that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money and split what you make. So we are very confident in our methods. We've been doing this a while. So again, thanks for joining me. Look for the overnight trade set up tonight, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.